Hey, how's it going? My name's Alex, and today we are going to be looking over another Awesomenaut and his skills. And I don't know if you guys picked this game up or not. I mean, I'm sure if you're watching this video, you already have this game. But if you don't have it, there was another sale for Awesomenauts. It was I think it was $3.39. Yeah, that's pretty cheap for an awesome game. I've put, I think, over 250 hours into this game, which is actually a lot. But yeah, I mean, it's really worth it in my opinion. If you like multiplayer competitive games, I guess. But anyways, this video is supposed to be overviewing a skill of an Awesomenaut. Oh yeah, there's a new Awesomenaut coming out. By the looks of it, actually I have no idea what it's gonna be, but it looks pretty fluffy. I guess that's all I can say about it. So I hope it's a pretty cool one. I'm excited for it. But today we are going to be overviewing Clunk. I got the Clunk skin here, the Minecraft one. You get that one for killing somebody with that equipped. So if you wanted to know that, let me unequip all these really quick, and we'll start with Clunk's bite. Oh, just give you an overview of Clunk. He is, man, I don't know how to describe this guy. He's just a beast. Like, that's all there is to say. He's just a beast. But his first skill is a bite. You bite enemies and you take the life that you bit from them. His second skill is the explode, which you deal damage to yourself, as well as an AoE damage. That can do massive amounts of damage if you upgrade it properly. Then his rocket blaster, which just shoots rockets, and those do pretty decent damage, but they're has a pretty slow firing rate. And his last one, with all standard stuff, absolutely standard. But we'll start with Clunk's bite. Okay. Clunk's bite, as I said, it damages enemies and steals health. This first skill just does more damage, and that damage you also steal more. So if you upgraded this all the way, you'd be doing 42 damage per bite, plus you'd be taking that much health in. So every time you bite an enemy, you get 42 health, and you damage them for 42 health. So this is a pretty good skill, but they're the same exact thing as over here. It's just the same exact thing, except that you buy it all at once and it's cheaper. So I like to usually go with this, because with Clunk you're not really too worried about money, just because you're just a beast. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you're just in the field. You don't have to worry about going back and forth, just because you get so much health over time. Like, just by biting enemies, you just never have to go back to your home base to like get more health, or so you're always just racking up the money. So I always like to go with this one to save an extra little bit of money and to buy it all at once. That's just me. His second little skill here for his bite is, this one's actually really good, especially early game. If you don't want to start stacking these early game, like you don't even need these power pills if you have this medical pump here. This essentially, like, every bite you take, you get plus 20 maximum HP until you die. So if I bite somebody, I get 20 extra HP plus the HP I get for biting them, and it takes 3 bites to hit the maximum. So if I bite 3 things, boom, I automatically have 60 extra health. So I really like getting this, especially in early game, because like if you get this upgraded all the way, and you get this all upgraded all the way, and you get this upgraded all the way, there's no way you're gonna die. You're gonna have so much health. Like I can't even count that high. That's how much health you're gonna have. But alright, his multi what am I saying? Multi hose. Man, I can't even say that. But that's pretty self-explanatory. Instead of biting one target, you bite two. So I like getting this. It helps with this because you'll get, if you bite two enemies, you get plus 40 health instead of just the 20. But I mean, you'll hit the cap for that so fast. But this is always nice for hitting multiple enemies and getting that little bit of extra health. So if you do bite two enemies and you have this upgrade, the 12 plus 12 upgrade, you will do 42 plus 42 if you bite two enemies like at once. So I mean, having 84 health and in a 4.5 second cooldown just free, that's amazing. I love having that. But this skill right here, this is swappable between all these, I guess, but I usually swap it for the damage if I want to go for snare. This is really good with your explosion skill, because if you just bite them, they're snared for good, or well, not for good, but for a long enough time for you to use your explosion and do 100 damage if you do upgrade this properly. So you'll do what, 30 damage, and then you do your explosion while you're shooting your rockets. You're gonna pretty much insta kill them. So I like having this snare instead of this damage. But I mean, it's pretty much, I mean, you can go with whatever you want. I'm just trying to help you out. But okay. Let's see. I don't remember the skill. Increases life steal, but increases. Oh, okay. So yeah, I've used this skill. I know what this is. So pretty much, alright, say you have the normal bite, the 30 damage bite, and you have no other upgrades. This is why I don't really like this upgrade. This will minus 10 damage, so you'll be doing 20 damage, but it will double the health it gives you. It doesn't give you 60 health, instead it'll give you 40 health because it automatically takes away that 10 damage. So you're going to be biting them for 20, and then you're going to get 40 back. I guess if you built it properly with like damage and targets, you could be getting a lot of health, but I mean, you don't really need that much more health with double targets and this, because you'll be getting 60 anyways with this. So I mean, this is pretty much useless. Essentially, you just hit your button, and after like 2 seconds you'll just explode and you'll damage all the enemies around you, and default it hurts you for 40 and does 60 to all the enemies around you. So this is pretty good, but you really need this, the thing that keeps you from being damaged. So I always get this with every type of combination of these skills. No matter what I get, I always get this, because that 40 damage will really tear you up sometimes if you're in a hairy situation. So like 40 health could really mean life and death. So this upgrade right here is I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. When you blow up, you do 20 extra damage, but you do 10 extra. I like getting this because if you upgrade this all the way, it does 100 damage, and it only gives you 20. So I mean, that's a pretty good trade-off, doing every enemy around you 100 damage and you only 20. That's a really good trade-off, especially with this snare skill. This will be really deadly. Just snare bite them and then use that skill and do 100 damage. So I mean, that's pretty much an insta-kill, unless they're stacked health too. But alright, the slowing power, I don't really like using this because you have to snare, so that's pretty much useless. I mean, you can use it if you prefer it. The blueprints container, that's useless because if you have this doesn't stack. that says damage 100 if you're below 50% health. This is absolutely useless if you have this, because this does 100 damage. This will, like, if you have this upgrade, nothing will change. If you have this, like, you'll do exactly 100 damage still, so that's pretty useless in my opinion. The cooldown, this is pretty nice. I like using this because with the charge time, this charge time reduces the time it takes you to explode. So once you hit it, normally it takes 1.5 seconds for it to explode. With this, it would take half the time. Like, I could see where people want to use this, but with snare bite, if you snare them, you don't need that. So I like going with the cooldown, so I can bite them more often and explode them more often. Do the snare explosion combo, I should say. So that's why I like using cooldown instead of charge time. Alright, the explosion size. I don't like using this because it's just not worth it. You don't really need AoE. Because, I mean, the only point where you need AoE is when bots are all clunked up. But, I mean, when you're Clunk, you can just explode on them, so that's pretty much useless. I mean, if you're in that type of situation where you were just getting rampaged by tons of bots, you can just explode on them and kill them all in one hit. This attack speed, this is good with a combo of a couple other skills, but that's the only way I would really use this one over other ones. With this attack speed, and you could use this one right here, the missile 4. This pretty much adds a better missile to your launch string. So normally you'd be shooting 14 damage not turrets, rockets. This would randomly make you shoot a like 26 damage, or maybe it's 42, I don't remember. But yeah, this would randomly make you shoot of 26 or 42. No, it's 26. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this would make you shoot a 26 damage thing randomly. And I like to get this with this one. So with this one, you get to shoot a 18 damage, a 22, and a 26. So you have a randomly chance of shooting each of those. So if you have this one, you have even more chance of shooting the 26 damage one. So with the attack speed, that's a really good combo. So you'll be shooting a lot more, and you'll be shooting the higher damage ones more often. So yeah, that's why I like to use the attack speed. With his normal utility belt, I guess you could say, I like going with the health, and you honestly don't need the solar tree with Clunk, because you can just farm bots all day and just be racking in the solar that way. So you don't really need the solar tree. So I like to go with speed. And I mean, if you really wanted the solar tree, you could get it, because you really don't need this power pill health, because I mean, you just stack health anyways with this if you get this early game, the medical pump. So I mean, I switch between these, but I usually like to go with these just because you can farm solar so easily. But I mean, it doesn't really matter, because you could easily go with the solar tree. But yeah, that's pretty much all of Clunk's skills. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next overview video of a Awesomenaut. If you guys don't know already, I've already done, I think, 3 others, so you guys should check those out if you found this one interesting. I'll see you guys later.